Dear students, here we are discussing about the epidermis. Epidermis. Epidermis is the outermost layer of cells. It is usually made of single layer of cells without intercellular space. Here you can notice in this figure, right? It is a single layer of cells without intercellular space. Here is no space between the cells, right? Most epidermis cells are relatively flat. They are flat in shape. Their outer and side walls are thicker than the inner walls. Outer and side walls are thicker than the inner walls of epidermis. Then the function of epidermis is, epidermis aids in protection against loss of water, mechanical injury and invasion by parasitic fungi. It prevents the loss of water. It prevents the loss of water from plants, and it prevents the mechanical injury. If any damage happen to the plants, right, that injuries can be prevented by the epidermis cells. And it prevents the invasion. Invasion means affection. Attack. Invasion by parasitic fungi. Most of the fungus are parasites, right? And their attack also can be prevented by the parasitic fungus. Attack also can be prevented by the epidermis cells. Protection against loss of water. It prevents the mechanical injury and it prevents the invasion by parasitic fungus. These are about the functions of epidermis. All the plants have epidermis. Have you seen the desert plants? Yes. Look here. Here is a desert plant. Epidermis of desert plant has thick waxy coating of a chemical called cutin. That chemical is called cutin. It helps to prevent the loss of water from that plant. That cutin, waxy coating, helps to prevent the loss of water from this plant. Got it? You know what is the need of the prevention of water loss in desert plants? Yes, desert has that much hot, right? So the desert plants will lose very high water from their body. So that can be prevented by the cutin covering of epidermis. Now we have to discuss about the role of epidermis in leaves. In leaves, epidermis are small pores. They are called stomata. Have you learned about the structure of stomata? Yes. Stomata are enclosed by two kidney-shaped guard cells. It has a stomatal pore. Stomata has a stomatal pore. The guard cells help for the closing and opening of stomata. Now let us have a discussion about the functions of stomata. Stomata has a major role in the exchange of gases, right? That means it helps for the intake of carbon dioxide during photosynthesis, and it has a major role in the release of oxygen from leaves. And stomata help for the transpiration process. You know what is transpiration? Yes, transpiration is the release of water from leaves. That also happen through the stomata. Now shall we have a look on the roots? Yes, epidermis in roots. The roots also have epidermis cells. And that epidermis cells bear long hair-like parts. They are called root hairs. Epidermis has root hairs in roots. And the epidermis help for the absorption of water from the soil. We know that the plant's roots helps to absorb water from soil, right? That water absorption takes place by root hair. The root hair is seen on the epidermis. So we have to say that epidermis has a major role for the absorption of water from the soil. That water is required for photosynthesis, right? Okay, so the epidermis of roots helps for the absorption of water from soil. Okay students, we have discussed all the points about the simple permanent tissues. Now let us have a discussion about the complex permanent tissues. Complex permanent tissues are called as conductive tissues, and they are called as vascular tissues or vascular bundles. Okay. You know, there are two types of complex permanent tissues. First one is xylem, next one is phloem. Xylem and phloem. First one is xylem. There are four parts in xylem: tracheids, vessels, xylem parenchyma and xylem fibers. Tracheids, vessels, xylem parenchyma and xylem fibers. Tracheids and vessels have thick walls. Most of them are dead cells. Tracheids and vessels are tubular in structure, and they help for the transportation of water to the leaves. Xylem parenchyma helps to store food, and xylem vessels helps to give support to the plants. Now phloem. Let us have a discussion about the phloem. Phloem also the vascular bundle. It has four major parts. First part is sieve tubes. Second one is companion cells. Third part is phloem parenchyma, and fourth one is phloem fibers. Four parts of phloem. Here sieve tubes also has tubular structure. It helps for the transportation of food. We know that leaves are preparing food in plants, right? That leaves can be transported to all the parts of the plants by sieve tubes of phloem. Okay. Then next part is what? Second part is companion cell. Companion cells helps to provide support to sieve tubes for the transportation. Here phloem parenchyma also helps for the process of storage, and the phloem fibers provide support.